So these innovative cancer treatments only happened because first there were clinical trials. Painstaking work put forth by doctors, nurses, research scientists, lab technicians, and most importantly, the patients themselves. I recently visited the Innovative Therapeutics and Research Unit at the Swedish Cancer Institute, where hundreds of trials are happening right now.
I can't emphasize how important clinical trials in cancer medicine are. In fact, I can tell you that every treatment that we give as standard of care to a patient now started as a clinical trial. So without courageous patients willing to make that step into research, we wouldn't have the treatments that we have today or treatments that we're developing for the future.
You know, and I know when I was dealing with cancer with my mom, I was hoping to get in a clinical trial. I mean, these can be really life-saving, incredible services and situations and science that we haven't seen before. So let's talk about why they're so important and so timely right now.
Well, there's a big transformation going on in cancer medicine. It used to be we try one chemo drug, then another, but now we're learning how to harness the power of our own immune systems. And that's leading to some incredible breakthroughs and excitement. We're also learning about the genes of tumors and how they may predict for certain responses to drugs that we might not have tried before. We call that genomic medicine or personalized medicine, and that's also revolutionizing cancer care.
It's really incredible when you think about immunology and all the things that you're doing. At any given time, how many trials are going on?
We have a really large, thriving program here with a staff of over 70 people to help us. They do such an amazing job. We have over 360 cancer trials here at Swedish. At any one time, about 200 are actively accruing patients.
You are the lead researcher on many of these trials, but is there one in particular you're most excited about?
There are so many exciting trials, not just by me, but my colleagues and other principal investigators here. But we were very fortunate to be able to open up an exciting new immunotherapy trial in pancreatic cancer, and we're the first site in the country to get that going just a few months ago.
Wow. Let's talk about that, because I don't think there's a couple of different terms that happen to go hand in hand with clinical trials. First in nation, is that what this pancreatic trial would be determined as?
So there's first in man studies where no human has ever gotten the drug before, and you could be the first site potentially to do that, and we've had a number of studies here like that. We have a very efficient research program. We're able to open up studies faster than many other sites, so we're often able to get the first patient on such studies or be the first site activated for those trials.
It's one of these situations where you realize that having the right experience, having the right science is so much a part of the entire overall care when it comes to cancer treatment. And I want to ask you about continuum of care, what that means to you, and how it differs from other cancer centers, let's say.
Sure. So for the oncologists here at Swedish, we really look at it as taking care of the patient from the time they're diagnosed or screened and found to have cancer throughout their entire journey of cancer. And I'm very fortunate to be able to work here in that it's very rare that I have to send a patient somewhere else for care. There might be a clinical trial across town that they can get on. That's very exciting, and we'll send them there for that. But more often than not, they're able to stay here for treatment. And that's really important, to have the patient at home in their own community whenever possible.
And let me tell you, as a woman who's had both parents die because of cancer, knowing that that continuum of care is there, it's so easy on the family members as well.
I think that's a big differentiator for us, and what we're known for is the personalized care we give the patient, the TLC we give the patient, how we all know our patients so well and they know us. It really makes for a collaborative team moving forward in the best interest of the patient. So, given
that, you could work anywhere. You really truly have an incredible history and an incredible career. Why is it Swedish, the place you decide to call home?
Well, I came here to Swedish 23 years ago. Technically much earlier, because I was an intern, resident, and fellow and faculty member at the University of Washington, and we'd rotate through Swedish, so I've really been on campus since 1991. You know, the opportunity presented itself in 2000 when the cancer program here was becoming more disease-focused, and with my expertise in gastrointestinal neoplasia, I felt it was a great opportunity to help build the program here, and it's been such a privilege to be here with the phenomenal support staff and team that we have.
And wow, really, more than 360 clinical trials happening at Swedish Cancer Institute. That means 360 possible pipelines of hope as we work to overcome cancer. So for more information on the clinical trials that are happening right now, go to swedish.org/cancer. You can take the time to read through all the many different trials that they have going on there right now.